Welcome back to my channel Into the Oracleverse, where we learn about Oracle SQL, PL SQL, and Apex. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. In this video, we'll learn how to create a custom date picker within Oracle Apex using custom codes like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So no plugin would be needed, and we'll be able to do it in a short span of time, within 10 minutes. So I'll start with a small demonstration on how this would look like after implementation. So here you can see the date range picker, which is having a default value. And on clicking, I'm able to see some custom date ranges, like last 7 days and last 30 days. And you are able to see the date being updated when I choose the relevant custom date range. And this month, moreover, I would be able to add my own custom range as well. Let me choose from 1st September till maybe 19th November and apply. So you would be able to see those values being applied here. But more important, we have these values stored in the session state dynamically. So we'd be able to see, yeah, the start date as 1st September and then the end date as 19th November. So by the end of this session, so we'll learn how to implement this setup and we'll be going in a step-by-step manner. And as usual, I'll be using my blog post as a reference to implement this part. So let's get started. I'll start off with a blank page. I'll create a blank page. So this has page number 5. I'll name it as Date Range Picker. Yeah. So the page has been created. Now let us add the required JS library. So this should be pasted in the files with the file URL section within the JavaScript section. So the URLs that I am adding or the libraries that I am adding belongs to the jQuery and then Moment.js, which will help us with bringing in those calendar setup, and then this date range picker. So this is something that I spotted while I was preparing for this demo. So with this, we'll be able to create or we'll be able to bring in a lot more customizations, like showing a default value and then just showing one single date picker, having predefined date ranges, and then we would be able to incorporate validations and several other things. So I'll add this link in the description of this video as well, so that you could check this out and you would be able to extend this even further. The one that we are going to create would be a basic one. So yeah, let's get started right away. So now we have the relevant JavaScript libraries referenced here, and then now let's add a HTML structure, the skeleton. So I'll go to body, I'll click on create region, and I'll create a static content. I'll call it as patrons, and I shall paste the code that I have copied, and I'll run this page. Yeah. So this is how it would look like in the beginning. We haven't added any stylings or we haven't added any JS, so we can't see the functionalities as well as the UI. So yeah, it is just a mere static HTML which is present here. So now let's proceed further. Now let's make it somewhat visually appealing. So I'll add a CSS part. So yes. So this belongs to the same date range picker. So yes. And I have also created a small inline CSS as a custom code to make it more appealing. So we'll paste it within the inline CSS. Now let's run it. Now we are able to see that it looks better. So you can see the particular region being highlighted when it's hovered over. And yeah, so you can also extend this further by just altering the CSS. Now let's proceed with the functional part. Now even when I click it, nothing happens because the JavaScript part is not set up yet. So yeah, we can proceed further. And yes, so this is the JavaScript function. I'll copy this and we shall paste it within the function and global variable declaration. Now, before executing it, so here you would be able to see two lines, right? So here we'll have to provide the name of two items that we are going to create. So those two items would be holding the start date and the end date for this date range, so that we'll be able to insert it by capturing the details in a separate items. We would be able to process things in a better way. So yeah, now what I'll do is for now, since it is page file, let me change it to P5 and P5 and I shall click OK. Now before running it, let me create those page items as well. So I'll call it P5 start date and for now let it be a text field. And I shall also create another page item and I'll be calling it as end date. Nice. So let me just run it. Yeah. So you'll be able to see, okay, here's typo. Let me just, yes, yeah. So now we are able to see these values being populated. Now let me change the range and you could see that these values are being updated. Yeah. So now we have the values dynamically populated here. Now let's check the session state. It would be empty. It is because we are just dynamically populating the values in that particular item, but we are not submitting it or we are not storing it in a session. So to do that, there is a simpler trick. So I'll just show you now. So I'll be creating a dynamic action and I'll be creating the event on change on the same item. And the action would be execute server-side code and let it be PL SQL. And within PL SQL code, I'll just provide null. So we can just provide this and I'll click OK. So this is the most important part. Here in items to submit, I'll choose the relevant uh, item name. Now I'll do the same here. I'll create a dynamic action. By default, it would be this. And then maybe I can name it meaningfully. So now I'll do the same thing. Null in items to submit, end it. Yes. So now we have things set up. I'll run this again. Okay. Now it should have already been populated. Let's see. See, we are able to see that these values are being populated here. Yes. Now let's just change it for just for verification. First 215. Yeah, 1 to 15. So that's pretty much it with this. Yeah, so that marks the end. You would still be able to extend this functionality by looking into the functions that are available here, and we would be able to set more validations and bring in more features. And yes, you would be able to make it even more visually appealing by changing the relevant CSS. To make it more complete, we can just hide these two page items. So I'll just type hidden. What I'll come here, type hidden, and I'll run this. Yeah, and let me quickly just verify this again. 29, 28. So it's working fine. So that's pretty much it. So in this video, we have learned how to create this custom date range selector in an Oracle Apex application. Thank you so much for watching. Drop in your thoughts in the comment section, and for more videos like this, subscribe to Into the Oracle World.